Thank you for staying with us. We'll start off in Akwa Ibom State, where the Chief of Army Staff Conference has been declared open. The Army Chief, Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja, and other top military personnel are attending the event. Governor Umueno, in his opening remark, commended the military for their role in ensuring peace and security in the state and the country at large. Governor Umueno says his administration will continue to support security agencies as they work to protect the nation.
Hi. Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja, the Chief of Army Staff, hereby commission this.
The Chief of Army Staff Conference today, Lieutenant General Tarid Lagbaja visited Governor Umueno, who is seeking more collaboration among security agencies in keeping the state safe and secure. TVC News' Miriam Daniels reports.
This is the first time the Chief of Army Staff is coming to Uyo. As part of activities on his visit, he inaugurated some projects at the 2 Brigade headquarters, and now he's paying Governor Umueno a courtesy call. The governor, while commending the Nigerian Army and other sister agencies for their support in ensuring the safety and security of residents, seeks stronger collaborations to establish more formations across the state. He promises continuous partnership for the benefit of Akwa Ibom residents.
We want to thank you and your team for the wonderful role you are playing in keeping the nation together. You're doing such a fantastic work, and it is because you are not sleeping, that's why we can sleep. Your troops are out there all over the country, spread, and sometimes they pay the supreme price for us to remain in peace.
The Chief of Army Staff stated that the serene and peaceful nature of the state informed the choice of its as location for the event. He appreciated the governor for his developmental strides and for his support to the various army formations in the state.
Thank you for what you are doing in 2 Brigade. I drove through Mbioporo Barracks this afternoon, and I must confess that I was highly impressed by the strong support of the Akwa Ibom State to ensure that the infrastructure and other support that is needed to make life worthwhile for our troops and their family that live in that cantonment are coming on stream. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.
Governor Eno used the visit to declare that Akwa Ibom will host and open the 3rd and 4th quarter of the Chief of Army Staff Conference. During the week-long event, the governor has promised to host his guests and ensure they savor the hospitality of the state amidst other beautiful memories. Miriam Daniels, TVC News, Uyo, Akwa Ibom State.
With security, Commander of the Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe, Rear Admiral John Okeke, has restated the commitment of the command to ending crude oil theft in the Niger Delta. He was speaking during the parade of a suspect printing fake documents for illegal oil transactions at the command headquarters in Yenagoa. Joseph Kunde has details.
These unbelievable number of illegal documents with fake stamps were recovered from a Port Harcourt-based suspect trailed and apprehended by men of the Joint Task Force Operation Delta Safe. He prints the fake receipts used by criminal syndicates to bypass security and indulge in illegal crude oil transactions. The commander Operation Delta Safe, Rear Admiral John Okeke, believes cutting the supply chain of illegal crude oil products is necessary in winning the fight against oil theft in the Niger Delta.
This syndicate is responsible or has been responsible for procuring fake documents to provide free passage for oil thieves operating in the joint operation area of the 10 states. Acting on intelligence by the OPDs on the activities of the syndicate, troops of Operation Delta Safe stormed Port Harcourt residents or the ringleader warned Mr. Magaji Musa in the early hours of Tuesday, 20th August 2024, and apprehended him.
They carry me because of one issue. They say somebody write waybill for somebody. They come check all these things. The waybill not there.
The commander also plays host to the Bayelsa Youth Collation, where issues surrounding community-based engagement and sensitization are discussed to further discourage oil bunkering in the state.
We actually came to discuss matters concerning the oil thefts, so our youth can desist, so the production of the oil can increase in Bayelsa State, and once it increases, so our revenue allocation for the state.
Community engagement, just like we've promised, we'll go back to our various points and try and see how we could put an end to this. It's not just only pipeline vacillation, you know, everything that has to do with restiveness, everything that has to do with security.
Meanwhile, the OPDS says it will continue to fight the scourge of oil theft in order to prevent further harm to the environment and the economy of Nigeria. Joseph Kunde, TVC News, Yenagoa.
Let's turn attention to the weather situation as the Nigerian Meteorological Agency has issued a warning alert to 6 northern states to prepare for severe thunderstorms with strong winds and heavy rainfall. The agency's statement identifies the states as Kano, Katsina, Sokoto, Kebbi, Northern Kaduna, and Zamfara states. NIMET says residents in these areas are advised to take necessary precautions and prepare for potentially challenging weather conditions. Airline operators are also advised to get updated weather reports and forecasts to plan their operations effectively. Elsewhere, Jigawa, Adamawa, and Taraba are actually among the worst hit states by recent flood in the northeast, with at least 40 persons killed. But away from that, Governor of Adamawa State, Ahmadu Fintiri, has visited Shua and Kirichinga in Madagali local government to commiserate with victims of flood that affected 11 communities, displacing about 14,000 persons. Senior reporter Olabi Adenusi filed in the story.
The residents of Krishinga, Duhu, Maiwandu, Jahili, Kokohu, Lumadu, Zahu, Pelum, Kwambula, Shirwaye and Shua farming communities in Madagali local government are still in shock over the devastation caused by flood waters. They stood and watched how their farmland and property were washed away by the flood. The situation has grounded both social and economic activities as the flood cuts off Shua Bridge linking Adamawa and Borno states. Houses, shops, boreholes and other valuables were not spared. However, Governor Fintiri visited the communities few hours after his deputy and some delegations did same.
We are also here at Kirichinga Primary School, where we have some of the displaced people, and you can see that a lot of them are women and children.
After inspecting the levels of damage caused by the flood, Governor Fintiri described the situation as pathetic, assuring that government will continue to support victims with palliative care.
Sorry situation, very pathetic. As you can see, homes, thousands have washed away. Close to 14,000 individuals have gone into IDP within their community. And all I can say for now is that the government would deploy for palliatives and ensure that they remain safe.
He also reiterates the state government's commitment to building more bridges on the Madagali-Michika Highway. The executive chairman, Madagali Local Government Council, Simon Shashi, says the state government has deployed relief materials to the victims.
We just have to thank His Excellency, the People's Governor, he brought, he has sent a lot of relief materials.
The head of operations, Yola Office of the National Emergency Management Agency, says 6 persons lost their lives while 10 sustained injuries. The victims of Madagali flood are desperately crying for help to put back their lives together.
Now, to provide relief to these states affected by flood, the Minister of Finance and Coordinating Minister of the Economy, Wale Edo, has announced that the federal government will provide a 3 billion naira flood relief fund to the state. Mr. Edo made this known during a courtesy visit to the Governor of Kebbi State, Nasir Idris. Also present at the Government House was the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning, Atiku Bagudu, who mentioned that the federal government plans to invest in critical infrastructure to mitigate the impact of flooding in the country.
Recovered, and we also visited a very, very large 250,000 metric tons rice mill. The local economy supporting women's secondary rice millers. The National Economic Council has been proactive and has taken action in order to support all the states of the Federation and the FCT.
Our rice, and the rice that we are beating our chest that we are #1 rice farmers in Nigeria. So therefore, we want the federal government to come to the aid of Kebbi State so that the rice season planning is approaching.
Second part of the irrigation support will be in Kebbi. So, and as well as all other states, as well as other parts of the country. So I believe this will further provide support for the development of the state and indeed Nigeria.
Still ahead on TVC News at 1. We'll turn our